Hey guys, Judy here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Today we have a special friend and a guest, Alan Staples with the Staple Crew. And Alan, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show with me.
Thanks, Judy. It's a pleasure to be back again. It's
Yeah,
good time of year, Christmas.
it is. It's a good time. I have my Christmas sweater, my ugly Christmas sweater on, so I'm ready to
Love
go.
it.
Today is December 8th, 2025, and the market's sitting right now, XRP at $2.08 as of the recording of this show on Monday. And there's a lot of fear in the market right now, and just I want to have just a chat with you a little bit today, and just talk about that. Like, what do you think's happening? Where do you think things are going with, Japan? I'm just going to throw out all the topics and you can just kind of talk and I'll listen with the viewers. But, with the Japan, raising their rates on the 19th, and we've got the Fed lowering interest rates, and everyone's wondering, is the market going to collapse? Is it going to go? So just go ahead and just start talking and tell me what you think. The other thing I just want to mention is I'm watching the charts. Some people are saying, the charts are exactly like 2017 and that we're right at the base before it takes off. Others are saying, nope, we're at the peak, we're going down, straight down. So just kind of throw all those questions out and you can just go on and tell us what you think, what your thoughts are as a subject matter expert in XRP.
I'll take the last one first. And
Okay.
okay, I don't necessarily believe that there's some similarities with 17 that are going on right now. And one of
Mhm.
them is, as we all know, XRP and many other coins just were taken onto the futures exchange,
Mhm.
which we all thought, oh wow, the ETFs are coming and the futures exchange is going to make the price go up, and that really didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of warning that to some degree, but I was also optimistic because back in 2017, people that were in the market, as I was, and that fateful December, the day that they actually went live with Bitcoin on the futures market, it went from 20, just touching $20,000 all the way down to $3,000 in a few months.
Mm.
So that told me that they were able to short futures, as we all know. It's very difficult on a crypto market for everyone to just short something. You can either buy it or sell it, buy it or sell it. And right now, with the ETFs and with these futures coming in on traditional professional products, they can short it. They can make it go down. So we can say it's kind of conspiratorial if you would like to, because a lot of people are thinking that way. But
Mhm.
it's actually, we've opened up the door for us to be more vulnerable to the downside of the market and a professional analysis, if you will, of somebody saying, well, I think it's got more room to go south. The thing about those short trades that I've seen is they can leverage those trades. So they
Mhm.
can actually pound this market down until there's no, you can only pound it down to the ground so far. Then they'll let it rise and it could take off. So, answering the last question, no, I don't think we've had our bull blow off top yet, clearly.
Good.
So, and I would have to say that we are, this is a long answer to the first part of the question. We are going to have an amazing 2026 like we've had 2025 on a fundamental level. Is that going to translate to retail price? Gosh, I would have suspected that all the great news that we had in 2025, we would be crushing the retail price today. And yet we're not. So I think we need the public to get back in. I say this a lot on my channel, but it bears repeat. It's so important. We need crypto, in particular the utility coins like XRP and many other coins. We need those to have that utility aha necessity moment. In other words, this is how money moves from here to Japan and
Mhm.
from Japan to here. And we need everybody to be doing that without grandma and grandpa's knowledge. They're just doing it. Okay. So when that happens, we will have the market, in my it'll accelerate the market. And as soon as we get some good ups in movement, then the public jumps back in, and then they see the utility. And then when you show them something as simple as texting money from one place to another, even easier than Zelle and many of these other things that we currently use now, all those companies, including Western Union, are getting involved with crypto.
Right.
So it's uh it's coming, and I'd like to got to answer that part too. The Fed.
Mm.
The Fed has no choice. They're against the wall. We know that.
Right.
We already know what's going to happen in May. Trump's going to have his guy come in, and they're going to print, baby, print. And currently, they're not printing a ton right yet. If you look at the repo window, it's kind of down. It's up from what it was a year ago, but it's
Mhm.
not anywhere near the numbers that we were in 2020.
Right.
And I suspect that we'll beat the numbers of 2020 within the next year to two. We're going to have to, because we need working capital for AI, for crypto, for development. Everything is going to change because technology is coming, whether we like it or not.
Mm.
And all of that infrastructure has to be flipped over. And
Right.
all of the new necessities of electricity and our grid and our all of it has to be upgraded. And this is job number one with the current administration. So they have to print for production. Yeah, that's the way I see it.
Yeah. Do you think that when Japan raises its interest rates, that XRP is going to stay and go up, or do you think all the markets will go down? What are your views on that?
I know a lot of people have had that theory. I think Jake made himself very famous over that one. Um, I I really think this is just this man's opinion, and I'm wrong a lot. Um, Back when we first had the the yen say, "Oh, okay, we're going to go ahead and raise it to a quarter point," and that just shocked the whole world because the carry trade was, it was zero forever, and then it went to a quarter point. Well, we've gone up quite a bit since then, and it's been this kind of frog in the pot thing, to where it's like everybody's it's slowly happening. But when
Hmm.
you turn around and look at their interest rates now on a 10-year, it's like over 3%. And you're like, wow, how did that happen? Yet we haven't had all the ramifications that everybody was warning us about. The reason is because that shot across the bow with that first quarter point was the knowledge of all the big money saying, "Uh-oh, I'm out of that. I'm going to let the little guy play with that one now because that perfect 20-year carry trade is over for us. We
Mm.
have to find new ways to generate income. You can call it cheating because getting money for free and then loaning it for 3 and 4 and 5% across the shore is
Yeah.
cheating, but the big banks got away with it forever. So I don't think it's as significant as a lot of people do. And I could be proven to be wrong over time on that. But yeah,
So you don't feel like on the 19th when they raise interest rates that the market will dump regular or crypto? You think it'll just stay the same pretty much, or
that's what I think.
okay,
That's what I believe.
that's
I
good.
mean, interest rates around the world are, as we know, just liquidity. That's all it is. Well, banks are tightening, as we know. So if, okay, if everybody needed money tomorrow, which it seems like they do, and we just dropped rates and we didn't flood the market with QE, how much they can do with the money. If
Mm.
you can't get money, it doesn't matter how cheap it is,
Yeah.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
big factor is how much money is in the market, how much water is flowing through the creek, through the pipe. It's
Right.
not what the cost of the water is going through the pipe, it's the velocity of the money going through the system. That's when you feel rich. When velocity goes from wallet to wallet to household to job, and you're flush. Everybody's got a lot of money, and that's velocity of money. It's moving fast
Hmm.
around the community. That's when you know you have a prosperous community. It's velocity. It's way more important than equity dropping and the value of money getting cheaper. Again, in my opinion.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's
That's
all of
been
our
my
opinions.
experience.
Not financial advice, everybody, just our opinions. So, Alan, a
That's
lot of
right.
people are holding their breath right now for the end of the year, going into 2026. There's a lot of people that are hurting financially. There's a lot of people that have been waiting to cash out for crypto. They have things they want to do and buy and need. And so, what do you think? Where do you think we're at right now? I mean, it's hovering at 208 as of today. Like, what do you think it's going to go? Like, how much longer do we all have to wait in order to be able to have some of our goals realized and some of our needs met that some of them are waiting for?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of that last answer is you need them to start printing money, and it needs to be obvious to the people of the world because right now money is tight. That's what nobody's buying houses or cars or anything else. So until everybody starts purchasing things, you can't you're not going to be the first person to run out there and just go buy a bunch of stuff in your neighborhood, right? You you kind of keep up with the Joneses, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh, all of a sudden money's moving around and people, and it's more of a subconscious thing really in our community. But what happens is you get more money, you spend more money, period. That's what human beings do. Well, until we get more money, you're not going to have the excess in your account. So people right now are tightening down and have been for 2 or 3 years now.
Right.
But here's what we know about trends, right? Trends they've been tightening and tightening and tightening and tightening and everybody's saying, well, okay, well, when's it going to break? Well, typically economies don't break. They bend a lot. But we're at the bottom of the bend in this man's opinion. We're going to see liquidity come in and what that's going to do to everybody that hasn't replaced your car, right? Your motorcycle, your barbecue, your furniture, all of that has been put on hold. And that's fundamental, like trillions of GDP for not just China, for America and for everyone else, Japan and all the people that build cars and all these things. That money will flow back into the economy. And they know what they need to do, which is kickstart this thing again. And,
So we
and
can just
when that
wait.
happens,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
and it's got to happen soon. It's not desperate. We're not depressionary times, but
Right, right.
we are at a place where I think it's comical because people were telling me the other day, I was on a pretty serious conversation with somebody. It was an AI channel, and they were saying, "Oh, well, do you think that the AI is in a bubble and it popped?" And I was like, "No, AI is suffering from the same thing that everything else is.
Hmm.
There's not enough water sloshing around in the bucket. People aren't getting frivolous with their spending. People are being very, very tight with their spending. That is the definition of recession. That
Right.
really is the psychology of a recession. Yeah.
Hmm. So the people that
So
are holding onto their XRP right now, they just need to keep holding and just keep waiting until 2026 that we could cash out some and be able to liquidate a little bit if you needed to pay off some things or to do some things, buy that new car. We need to wait then. So you don't see it happening before the end of the year, in your opinion.
no, no. I first of all, I would do everything I possibly could to hang on to whatever crypto you believe in particular the top 10. Okay. But
Hmm.
XRP in particular is just, we already know that we've already read the documents of BIS and
Right.
everything else is coming. It's going to be used in the future of man. Can this man get on your channel and tell you it's going to happen in 2 weeks? No, I, I can't. But I do know that I would do everything I possibly could to, it's sort of like owning Amazon 10 years ago. I don't know when Amazon blew up, but I knew it was going to, I guess, but and then now it did, and everybody's going to look back. There's something else too about that I really want to mention.
Okay.
There's there's a lot going on with jockeying for position in the background, if you will, on a lot of these coins. But
Hmm.
no coin has a fundamental staff or team behind it better than XRP. No one. No one has that team behind it. There is an issue in the sense that AI is astronomically fast data processing. We need coins that are going to keep up with that. And if you can't scale your coin and you're going to be a global transaction, you better figure out how to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because AI isn't going to sit around and wait for you. They're going to develop their own coin. Right. And
Right.
that is one of those areas that I'm really looking into a lot right now because I know there are faster platforms out there, um, but I don't think anybody has a better fundamental team behind those platforms. So they're totally completely scalable, and obviously the ODL on demand liquidity that XRP has is just brilliant. So
Right.
it can settle in a slower period of time. But let me
Mm-hmm.
go back to the reason why I said that. The reason why I said that is because we don't know who the winners are yet. We simply don't. Okay. Like Elon hasn't even come out and decided who's going to be his coin or his coins, I should say, or countries or networks yet. But they're getting close to saying which ones it is. And the reason why I mention that is if 98% of your coins are XLM or you know XDC or XRP, and he comes out one day and he says it's whatever coin. I don't care that that coin was $5 and now it's $50. You buy it at 50. Because the reason why I say that is because then we know who the winner is. There's something about crypto right now that is, I feel like we're all at the starting gate and they're waiting for the gun to go off. We don't know who's the first person out of the gate. And
Okay.
it's such an emotional thing for all of us. We think we know, and we've done all the homework. Dave and I have tens of thousands of hours of
Oh, yes.
studying these coins. And,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm pretty sure I know which ones are going to succeed.
Right.
But until somebody gets anointed and they're the first one out of the gate, you don't. I mean, we don't really know now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Garlinghouse recently came out and said that 2026 is going to be a really good year. Would you like that's like an encouraging thing, wouldn't you say, to have him say that, that at least we have hope for 2026, that some horses will
Yeah.
be let out of the gate at some point this year, this coming year?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The reason is because we know the money printer's coming on at least by May, right?
Okay.
Um, he's going to pick somebody before that, which is going to make Jay Powell sort of obsolete months before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's encouraging. I know quite a bit on the inside of some things about energy and about electricity manufacturing,
Okay.
innovations that are coming our way that I learned through meeting people and some back rooms that have been really interesting. That's all headed towards AI and it's all headed towards American development. Um, so, in that sense, I know that it's a bright 2026. We're not going into a depression.
Okay,
I,
good.
I'm I'm
Whew.
I'm 100% sure of that.
Okay,
Only
good.
because you can't have demand for electricity, copper, silver, technology, robotics. All that is 5 years behind in demand. Like nobody can supply any of that fast enough.
Mm.
That can't be a bubble. That can't be a recessionary point. It just, I
Okay.
mean, I shouldn't say this, but other than a global dust up, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the three-letter word, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Other than that,
We'll do sign
every
language.
yeah, we're okay. This is a really interesting. I tried to build a house back in the '90s, and you couldn't build a house. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, why can't I build this house? It was a lot of it was concrete. And like, we can't get any rebar. I'm like, what do you mean you can't get any rebar? Like,
Yeah.
well, China bought it all. Like literally all the rebar being made was going to China because they were building this dam.
Oh.
Well, that's what's happening right now. We have this robotic AI war between the US and Russia.
Mm.
So that means what? They're gonna spend, baby, spend
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
it's an all out winner take all. Never is. Thank God there's two countries doing it. Otherwise, we'd be possessed by one or
Oh,
the
I think
other,
I
you
lost
know?
you. Just a second. I think I just lost you. Sorry, hold on. We're in competition with Russia or China and Russia. Go ahead and say that word again, and then
Yeah.
you can keep
So
going.
I think it's a good thing for mankind that we have two people, two nation states, trying to get along as best they can, it seems. And they're in a bit of a technological arms race. The other good thing about that is that you cannot have AI communicate with AI with a checking account. So clearly, you
True.
need, they're not going to trade gold coins. So they're going to need crypto and
Yeah.
they're going to need stable coins.
Hmm.
And that all of that network is being fundamentally built now, has been built already. But
Right.
now we see JP Morgan and we see, Goldman Sachs and all these other big financial institutions
Hmm.
that are getting in. The, what other tool are they going to use?
Right.
Clearly, that's what they're going to use. Yeah,
Hmm. Oh,
because
that's
there's
good.
nothing better.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good. So before we wrap this up, your bottom line is hang tight, don't get discouraged. 2026 is coming. There's good news in the horizon, and to just hold fast and, do what you have to do to be able to stay in this game for a little while longer.
correct. Perfect
Okay.
summary. And the reason is because as soon as you sell your coins, they'll go up, and you know it. So
Yeah,
why would you do
always. Always.
that?
And the other thing, Alan, is
Always.
yes, I really appreciate you talking to me, but the audience really needs to hear about what's happening in January with your XRP family gathering in Fort Lauderdale. Could you tell us a little bit about that and the opportunities that are coming up? I know there's only a few spots left, and so if you could share that with everyone, and then we will have the email down below for people to sign up and to get more information. But go ahead and just tell them what's happening there.
Sure. Um, it's been a financial incredible journey that I've been on for 8 years of crypto. It's led me to some amazing people. I've learned a lot about the way finances work through great support from the XRP family and community. They've taken me under their
Mhm.
uh, their hearts, and they believe in what my son and I do, and what you and your husband and son do, as much as Zach and many other people.
Mhm.
They've shared so much of their lives with us, and
Mhm.
sometimes it just amazes me that actually somebody would spend an hour listening to me say anything, let alone take time from their day. This is kind of an appreciation moment for me.
Okay.
I've gone to many other, as you know, I've seen you every year at the XRP show in
Yep.
Vegas. And I go to probably 4 or 5 crypto conventions a year. And
Mhm.
every time I go to one, I say, oh, gosh, I wish they would do it like this. I wish they would do it like that. That because my favorite part of those shows is the lunch break and the break, not the stage presentation. It's when we can all just get in a room and network and communicate with each other and meet each other and put a face to the
Mhm.
name that, they're always in your chat group. And I finally get to shake their hand and say thank
Mhm.
you for promoting me and believing in my son and I. And uh, it's really a give back moment. And
Okay.
then as I started thinking about doing this show, I said, well, I got to give them more than just a handshake. What am I going to do for these people? Well, I know the three biggest things that everybody wants to do is they want to find a way to hang on to their big bag and still make a living. You will learn that there. The
Okay.
other big thing that everybody's wanting to know is how do I deal with taxation? You're going to learn that there.
Nice.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to present a gentleman that's going to help you understand what you have stepped in and the opportunity that you have of taxation being your friend, not your nightmare. I know almost all of us, we all live. I can't remember what exchange and what coin I exchanged that on, and that was 3 years ago. And if I answer this one wrong, I'm a criminal, and all of that is going to be clear at my show. And
Okay.
this man is brilliant and he is going to bring a great deal of tax knowledge to everyone. I've already gone through I'm in the process of going through the process, and I will tell you it's magic. So that
Nice.
I have I have a lady, April, who has been working with my trusts. Brilliant. She can help you because I really truly believe this is one thing that Jake and I agree on. I think you're all going to be very wealthy people. And so I don't know when, but I know wealth is coming your way. So a family trust is really a good idea. So that demonstration will be there as well. I have a gentleman who owns a bank in Texas and he owns a bank in El Salvador. He has become a friend of mine over the years, and he's going to have opportunities in case you're outside of the US. It would
Okay.
behoove you to possibly open a bank account with this gentleman because he's able to, within 10 minutes, send anything anywhere in the world, and it's none of your business where it went to or why I sent it. He's going to do a presentation, which is brilliant. You're going to love him. Brilliant man. And he has his doctorate in computer technology and all the rest of it. He became a banker. So Caleb and Brown's going to be there. Long-term storage, Anchorage will be there. Just people that are going to be able to help you with all those questions that you had. But you're gonna have great food, by the way. No ham sandwich show here. This is great food all day. Okay,
Good.
coffee all day. What open from 12 to 3, it's a pay for bar, but from 3 to 6, it's an open bar.
Nice.
So
And how much is this, Alan? How much is it for everybody so they kind of have an idea?
it's currently $400,
Okay.
and that $400 covers your two meals that first day. The following day, we go to a picnic area with your friends and family and the whole thing, and all the questions you didn't get answered the day before. There's going to be 4 food trucks, and those are complimentary as well.
Oh,
So
awesome.
between the 2 days, all you really have to do is the $400 ticket. Now I have a golf tournament on Thursday,
Okay.
20 on the 29th, and that all goes to charity.
Okay.
And that you can sign up for as well. So if you play golf, it's a best ball 4-man tournament. They're a lot
Okay.
of fun. That's almost booked up too, by the way. So,
Okay. So sign
but
up quick if you guys are interested, right? And then they just find their own
yes,
accommodations and it's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Is that correct?
correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
Awesome.
29, 30, 31 next
29,
year.
30, 31. Yes,
And
perfect.
obviously, you and Dave, and I hope Caleb will show up.
Mm-hmm.
My son will be there.
Yep.
It looks like Coach JV will be there. I know Jake will be there. Max Avery, Mickle. We're
Nice.
still hoping Zach can make it. We're also Lewis
Depending, yeah.
Jackson,
May or
probably
may not,
not.
right? Mm.
Yeah, but he's trying. Either way, I'm going to have him do some sort of presentation for us. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So all the people that you would know behind the scenes as well, a few people from X, that
Okay.
Stone's going to be there, Dipatosha is going to be there,
Nice.
68J, you know,
Okay. Yeah.
all the usual suspects. Yeah,
Oh, well,
for you to
that's
meet.
awesome. Well, guys, we're going to have the link, or not the link, we'll have the email down below for you to be able to go ahead and contact Alan and sign up for it. And Alan, thank you so much for your time. I know you got to run, you've got other appointments. You're always on the move, but thank you so much for your time and sharing your perspective with us. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. Number one. Number two, please, please come to the show just to meet this gal right here. You will not be disappointed. She is a magical person in our community. So
Oh, well,
yeah, it'd be
thank you,
good
Alan. You're
fun.
sweet. You're sweet. Well, we look forward to seeing all of you there in Fort Lauderdale the end of January. And I encourage you to sign up before it's booked out because he's getting full. Aren't you almost full, Alan? You said we're almost full, right?
We
So,
are. We're getting close. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So sign up,
I don't
guys.
want to
Don't
have
waste
too
it.
many people there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And it's going to be in a really cool place. Can you share what it's going to be in, or you want to surprise everybody?
it's a giant airplane. It's a billionaire's man cave, if you will. So
It's going
yeah,
to be really
it's
cool.
a yeah, it's where he keeps his Gulfstream jets, but yeah, it's really decked out. There's going to be breakout office rooms upstairs where we can do videos together
Nice.
and stuff like that. So and a stage and we're not going to bore everybody with a bunch of stage time. We're
Oh
not.
yeah, no. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to say. When we go to XRP Vegas, we never sign up for VIP because we want to be with the people. I'm like, I don't want to be with the
I mean,
VIPs. I want to be with our community. So
there's
we
no
never sign up
VIP.
for it. That's why this XRP family gathering will be so nice because it's the best of, getting to talk to people, touch them, hug them, say, hey, hi, pictures, and, get questions answered and things. And that's always like very important, I think, for our communities to be able to feel more personal because they make our community, right?
They do.
It's the people. It's all of you watching the show. So thank you so much, everybody. I wish you a very blessed and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing you all at the end of January. And thank you again, Alan. You take care now. Bye bye.
I